Hi, I'm Ellen Gormley and welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing this fun, easy beginner octagon, and it is the Rose Octagon on page 80 of my first book, Go Crochet Afghan Design Workbook. So you can find this in the link in the description below. If you are in the United States, if you need one from outside of the country, you can find it on Amazon. And there's a link to that in the description below as well. Okay, so today we're using this gorgeous Knit Picks Chroma worsted weight yarn in the color Pixie. This ball is 198 yards. It's from Knit Picks, and there is an affiliate link. It's machine wash cold. It's superwash wool and nylon, so it's a size 4. It is tumble dry low. So you can machine wash it cold and tumble dry it low. Excellent. You can find the link to this yarn and other Knit Picks yarns in the description below. So it does not cost you anything extra, but I do get a kickback if you choose to make a purchase. Okay, let's get started making this cool motif. These are motifs that are cut at the end, and so the motifs are octagons, so when you put 4 octagons together, they do not tessellate, meaning they don't tile together. They actually leave an empty space. So then we're going to go back in and refill these empty spaces with these fill-in circles. Okay, so much fun, and this yarn is so gorgeous. It does all the work for you. It's a super soft yarn. I don't know how it does with the repeated washing, but it is a very roving style yarn, and I think it's going to make an excellent baby blanket, so I'm excited. So to begin, I'm going to bring the camera down just a little bit more so that we can get a better look. I have an eye size hook with this yarn, and I'm going to chain 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll join with a slip stitch in the first chain, or the 4th one from the hook, and hold that open with my thumb and middle finger of my tension hand. In that little loop, we're going to chain 1, which does not count as a stitch at all, and then I'm going to place 16 double crochets all in that loop. So we're double crocheting 16 times. So that makes 2, and now we have some time to talk. Hi. You'll want to hit the notification bell and turn on all notifications and subscribe to this channel, because I am so close to 10,000 subscribers. I am so excited that by the end of September, likely, I hopefully will have 10,000 friends here on the subscribers to the channel. So there will be a giveaway video. So you'll want to have the subscription notifications turned on for that. And then I'm also thinking that we're going to have a live Yay for 10K party as well. So the notification bell will help you know when those things are happening so that you do not miss a thing. So thank you so much if you have been here from the very beginning, and even if you just joined me yesterday or you're joining me today, welcome, welcome. Let's see how many we have here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I have one more. Remember, the chain 1 at the beginning is just helping that first one get tall. I didn't really want to do a chain 3 and have the continuity of the circle broken too much. So we will join with a slip stitch in the first double crochet, skipping that first chain. Okay, so we have a nice little circle here of 16 double crochets. Again, I'm going to chain 1, and then in that same stitch, pretending that chain 1 didn't happen, I'm going to place 2 double crochets. This is a little bit different than the book, because the book, I used the really super traditional method of doing the chain 3 to count as the first stitch, but I just don't love that style anymore. That book was from 2011. You can do whatever you want to do, but I've changed a little bit over the years, and this is just how I prefer to do it now. And even back then, I probably wrote it that way because that's the way the publisher wanted me to write it, because that's kind of standard or kind of typical. But you know what? I can do what I want, and so can you. You can crochet any which way you want. whatever you do is absolutely fine. That's one of the creative decisions you get to make. Okay, so I'm still placing 2 double crochets in each stitch. Okay, so when we had 16 on the first round, now we will have 32 on the second round, and we will keep right on trucking around the circle here. So yeah, that was my first book, Go Crochet Afghan Design Workbook, back in 2011. That book has been just a joy for me. It has been translated into several different languages, which is so cool and exciting and fun. I'd love to write another book one day, but I'm not sure what my theme is going to be or what I kind of have some ideas bouncing around in my head, but super busy, so we'll see if I can find time to get these ideas into yarn and into print. So haven't decided if I'm going to self-publish or if I'm going to query a publisher again. My last book, One Skein Crochet, was done with Interweave Press, and then they got bought out by F&W. I think it's been a while. I don't even remember when that one printed. Did that happen in 2019? Has it been that long already? Okay. And then there's 4 books in between. So there's a total of 6. You can find the whole list on Amazon at amazon.com. There's a link in the description below to go right to my favorites page and go from there. Okay. Look how beautiful this yarn is. Let's make sure I have 32. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 23, 24, 25, 26. Oh my goodness. I was thinking, what do I need to say to them to get their attention? Because this is really boring watching me count. And so I was gonna insert something in there, and then I lost my train of thought and I ended up messing it up anyway, which is kind of hilarious because it probably got your attention anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. So funny. So I was trying to find a way to entertain you by interjecting something in place of a number, just to do something different than what you would expect, and I ended up messing it up. Okay, so now here we will go ahead and start round 3 with a chain 1, single crochet in that same stitch. Now single crochet in the next stitch, so we will have these little teams of 2 single crochets. So we're going to chain 1, 2, 3, 4. This makes the first loop. We're going to skip 2 stitches, 1, 2, and then put a single crochet and its partner in the next. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, skip 1, 2, and then get a set of twin single crochets, 1 in each of the next 2 stitches. And my yarn is caught on one of my blocking pins. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, skip 2, twin single crochet in one stitch and in the next. 1, 2, 3, 4, skip 1, 2, single crochet in the next and the next. Okay, and we're doing this all the way around. 1, 2, 3, 4, skip 2, single crochet in each of the next 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're almost done here. 1, 2. And then we will go on to the next round. So super easy. So far, this pattern has used double crochets, single crochets, and chains. Okay, so 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, skip the last 2, 1, 2, and in the first single crochet we are joining with a slip stitch, chain 1. Okay, single crochet in top of that single crochet, so we're stacking them. Single crochet in the next single crochet, and this time I'm going to do 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Skip the whole chain 4 loop, and in the next single crochet, place a single crochet and do that again. So we're stacking the single crochets on top of each other. We're doing 6 chains for the loop this time. And we will do this all the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The color is starting to change a little bit. I love this color change yarn. Very, very nice long color stretches before it changes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I hope that you are finding crochet, say it with me, to be a relaxing and valuable use of your time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know, I believe crochet is a relaxing and valuable use of my time. It really makes me happy, and hopefully it'll make you happy too to sit and crochet maybe while you have some free time or some downtime or some waiting time or some leisure time or on a trip or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can remember projects that I was making on different vacations. Projects that went with me to multiple states, multiple countries. 3, 4, 5, 6. Of course, the projects remind me of who I made them for, and joining with a slip stitch in the top of that single crochet. So here we are through rounds 4, 1, 2, and 3, and 4. So now round 5, we will go ahead and chain 1, single crochet in the same single crochet in the next single crochet, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, oh, I dropped it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There will be 7 instead of 6. We're skipping the chain 6 space. I think in the book I may have done 9 there, but on this pattern I decided to do 7. So I just kind of change things as I go. Single crochet in the next. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Skip the chain 6. Now, if we were making the very first motif of this project, we would go ahead and finish this all the way around with these chain 7 loops and then join in the first single crochet and fasten off. And that's how the very first motif is made. And in this project, my first motif, I marked with the locking stitch marker. So let me show you where we're going, and then I'll show you how I joined it. So for this one, I decided to go in a spiral. So I started here with this motif, and I went here next, joining this one to here, and then I went up here, here. So I started going around a spiral. And so I'm going to keep going around and around and around. So I started here. This was my very first one where I did all the 7 loops, the chain 7 loops 8 times all the way around and joined with a slip stitch. Then here I joined this one onto that one. Then I joined this one onto this one, and I joined this one here and here. Okay, you see that? So here it is time, since we are going around the spiral here, it's time for me to join the next motif over here. So it doesn't really matter what order you put your motifs in, but because of the color changes, I wanted to kind of make it a spiral and see how that would go. Okay, so since I'm not on my very first motif, I'm on a subsequent motif, I'm going to go ahead and join this motif to a previous one. So instead of chaining 7, I'm going to chain 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now I'm going to join in the middle stitch, the 4th stitch of the chain 7 loop from a previous motif, and I'm going to go ahead and under both bars. I did decide to do this rather than just putting it in the whole loop, just to anchor it a little bit more tightly. So I'm just slip stitching in there and then chaining 1, 2, 3, coming back to this motif, the working motif, skipping the chain 6 loop, and in the next single crochet here, single crochet here, and then join again. 1, 2, 3, and I'll show you that join here again. I like to place my hook into the 1, 2, 3, 4th chain of the previous motif, both loops, grab it, pull it through, and pull it through, and then chain 1, 2, 3. So that slip stitch kind of counts as one of the chains. And then we will go ahead and single crochet on the working motif, single crochet on the working motif, and then 1, 2, 3, dropped it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for any of the sides where I am not joining. So there's nothing there to be joined yet. So go ahead and finish this all the way around. 1, 2, 3. I keep dropping it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe I should switch to the other style of hook for this yarn. Maybe it's too slippery. So I'm using an inline hook right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then the other style of hook is that squared off Susan Bates style, which I often use also. So I don't really have a preference, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I use both hooks interchangeably, each style. Okay, and when I get around to the first single crochet, I'm just going to slip stitch to join that motif. Yarn, pull up a little bit of a loop and cut 2 inches of a tail and fit the cut tail through and pull it tight. Okay, so now I have that motif joined onto the side here. And so you'll do that for any time you need to join. And one of the best ways to know when is it time to join is to keep it laid flat on your table like this so that you can kind of visualize where you're going. So I'm going to rotate this back, but it doesn't really matter. Okay. So now we're left, when you get all the motifs together, you're left with this spot here that we need to fill in with this. So this is going to be, I grabbed another ball of yarn that I started for just the middles. That way I could make sure that I had plenty of yarn. I don't know how many balls of yarn I'm going to need to complete this project. It depends on how big I end up making the project. Let me lower the camera again here. Okay, so we're going to start this one the same way we started the other one. 1, 2, 3, 4, and slip stitch in the 4th chain from the hook. And we will chain one kind of loose chain. It doesn't count as anything. It just gives us a little bit of space to place 16 double crochets in that little loop that was made when we joined with the slip stitch in the 4th chain from the hook. Yes, you absolutely could do an adjustable loop or a slip ring or adjustable ring or whatever, magic ring, whatever you want to call it, to make the beginning or the inside of your circle. You absolutely could do that. I was trying to stay true to the original pattern a little bit, and because the centers are turning out all nice and pretty, I decided to just stick with it. Also, because this yarn is almost like a roving style yarn, it's kind of a fuzzy, fat single ply of yarn, it grabs onto itself really well. So if I tried to do a magic ring or a slip ring and then tried to pull the tail to pull the circle tight, I don't know how smoothly that would pull. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Did you think I was going to stop and mess up this time? It went through my mind if I was going to mess up this time counting. Okay, so we will have 16 double crochets. We will join with a slip stitch in the first of those double crochets. I'm slip stitching over the tail just to give it an extra little oomph. Okay. So again, chain 1 and double crochet in the first stitch. Now on the last motif, we placed 2 double crochets in every double crochet. Now that is still the pattern. However, after every 4 stitches, we're going to join. So the places that we are going to join are, we're going to join in the join. So we're going to double crochet around the join where 2 motifs come together. We're going to join between 2 single crochets, join where 2 motifs come together, join between 2 single crochets all the way around. So there'll be a total of 8 joins here. So 32 divided by 8 joins is 4. So we will have 4 stitches. So I'm placing 2 double crochets in the first stitch, okay, 2 double crochets in the next stitch. That makes 4 stitches. So now that 4 stitches have been made, I am going to yarn over and double crochet around the join where 2 motifs came together. So I'm just double crocheting here, right around that entire join. There's no chains at all, just double crocheting there. Now I'm going to come back to the working motif and place 2 double crochets in the next stitch, and then 2 double crochets in the next stitch, and that makes 4 double crochets. So after 4 double crochets on the working motif, it's time to join again. All right, so the next join is in between 2 single crochets. So just get everything nice and lined up for you. So the next stitch is a double crochet, so I'm going to yarn over. I'm going to put my hook underneath the whole fabric, find those 2 single crochets there, put my hook under that fabric, put my hook in there, grab the yarn, and then finish the double crochet. Okay, and then come back to the working motif and do 1, 2 in the next stitch, 1, 2 in the next stitch. And now that 4 are completed, it's time to join again. So it again is a double crochet. I am twisting my whole piece of work all the way around. And the next join is right here where 2 motifs come together. So I'm going to yarn over, put my hook underneath that whole space where those 2 motifs come together, yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. So I'm just double crocheting in that space, no chains. Then coming back to the working motif, I'm going to do 2 in the next stitch and 2 in the next stitch. So we will end up having 32 double crochets on this little circle motif plus 8 extra ones that are the joins. Okay. Now this is not in my book One Skein or Go Crochet Afghan Design Workbook because I used a different motif in between that one. Okay. And so yarn over, let's see, we're isolating this next spot. So this next spot for the join is over here, is in between 2 single crochets. So yarn over and then insert in between those 2 single crochets, yarn over, pull up a loop. Okay, here we go. And then back. Actually, I don't think I even made this into a full blanket for that book. So really you could use any of the square motifs that are compatible, because all of the motifs are compatible in this book. You could use any of the squares because essentially this leftover space is a square. If you think about it, it's actually kind of a square. The space left over from octagons that are put together is a square. So after the 4, then it's time to double crochet again. So we will be joining a total of 8 times. There are no chains at all involved in this join. So that's something that's a little bit different from what you have seen from me in the past. This is simply joining with a double crochet. There are no chains involved. Finding in between 2 single crochets over here. So there's a gazillion ways. There are as many ways to join as there are stitches. So this is kind of a new blanket. It's kind of a pattern you've not seen before. It's just the one motif from the book, and then I've made it into a new pattern. So that's kind of what the spirit of the Afghan Design Workbook is. You're supposed to take those motifs and then jump from there into projects for yourself. Okay, so going around here to the join. That way the creativity is yours. And there's a lot in that book about like how to choose yarn and how to design a blanket for yourself. So you can take a motif that I designed and then you could jump from there into your own design. Hence the Afghan Design Workbook. So you can make your own Afghan design. So I've got one more join here with a double crochet in between 2 single crochets. But I've not decided on an edging yet. So once I'm done with all of those joins, let me make sure I'm on camera here. Once I've done all 8 of the joins all the way around, that little fill-in motif, I'm going to join on the one I'm working on, the working motif, with a slip stitch in the top of that first of those double crochets. Give myself a little bit and feed that cut tail through where the hook was, and now I have my little fill-in, and I now have another end to weave in. But it's okay, because weaving in ends under double crochets is nice and that's a nice friendly way to do it. So let me back up and let you see the project as it is unfolding now, and I hope that you love this project, and I hope you go get this chroma yarn because it is so pretty. I think they have it in different weights too, but this is the worsted weight. So I hope to see you at the victory party, the yay for 10K subscribers, and the giveaway video. So hit the like and the thumbs up and the notifications. Hi, I'm Ellen Gormley, and thank you so much for spending time with me on my channel. I hope you've had a relaxing and valuable use of your time. So if you liked this video, here's another one that's similar that you might also enjoy. And here is the video, the last video that was uploaded in case you missed it. Everyone, please like and subscribe for more videos. They're usually posted on Wednesday or Thursday at the worst. Thank you. Bye. Say goodbye, Muffin.